Hi, Rebels. I'm Chelsea, and today we're talking to animal disability advocate and entrepreneur Shaine Kilyun. Shaina builds mobility devices to help disabled animals get around. Through her nonprofit, Wheelies, Shaina has helped lots of different kinds of animals, like dogs, cats, ducks, and even hedgehogs. Her wheelchairs were featured in a local newspaper and have changed the lives of many animals. Hi, Shaina. I'm really excited to talk with you today. What you've built is so unique. I cannot wait to learn more about it. Can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, my name is Shaina Kilyun. I am a rebel girl. I build and donate wheelchairs to disabled animals all across the world, and I am so excited to be here.
Awesome. We're happy to have you. When did you start this journey? And how did you first learn that this was a problem pets were facing?
My mission began December of 2020 when I found that a lot of pets in shelters were getting euthanized, especially those who are disabled. So after learning this, I decided I needed to do something about this. So I ran on YouTube, started scrolling, what can I do to help these disabled animals? And eventually I came across the idea of wheelchairs, and I just kind of took off from there.
That's really cool. You didn't wait for anyone to show you. You just figured it out on your own. What was your process for building your first animal wheelchair?
I'm not a very mechanical person, so I had some help along the way, but it was mostly me just figuring out what to do, what materials to use, and making some prototypes.
It looks like your hard work is really paying off. When you were figuring things out at the beginning, what were some of the biggest challenges you ran into?
The biggest challenge for me was I wanted to help so many animals, but it was only me. So I only had limited parts, limited time. Saying no to a few of them, it was absolutely heartbreaking, but what was best for me, what was best for the animals.
You're doing the best you can and helping so many animals in need. So, how do you make a wheelchair for an animal who needs one?
We figure out if they're out of state, they will send me the measurements. Otherwise, I will go and measure the animal. And then I just start building the wheelchairs, and it can take a few weeks to a few months to make depending on the size.
What materials do you use?
Mainly it was PVC pipes. I used fabric as well. I used wheels from scooters and a lot of like nuts and bolts and screws and special glue for the PVC pipes. After the wheelchairs are all set, I can go and ship them or bring them in person, and then I get to see the animal just take off in their wheelchair.
Wow, that sounds so awesome. Who was the first animal you helped with one of your wheelchairs?
She was, I believe, an 8-month-old Great Dane, so she was still growing, and her front legs were deformed, so she wasn't able to walk. So I made her this wheelchair. It was huge. And just seeing the way Cypress was able to use her wheelchair and seeing that smile on her owner's face just really made me so happy.
Oh, only 8 months old? You really changed her whole life. How about the most unique pet you've helped?
I made this tiny wheelchair for a hedgehog named Mouse. She had wobbly hedgehog syndrome, and I gave her this tiny wheelchair, and I saw her use it, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. And she was able to use it and gain her mobility back, which that's the most important thing, seeing that quality of life be enhanced.
You've changed the lives of so many animals and even started your own nonprofit called Wheelies. What inspires you to take that leap and turn your passion into an organization?
I wanted to start this mission because with such a big heart for animals, I knew I couldn't just put that to waste. And basically, I just started posting pictures of the wheelchairs I'd made and just saying, hey, if someone needs a free wheelchair or a very low cost wheelchair for their pet, just let me know and I'd be happy to make one if I can.
How did it feel knowing you could make such an impact for so many animals in need?
It's honestly such a rewarding feeling, knowing that I can save a life. That's the most important part for me, and it just makes me so happy.
I love that. What do you wish more people understood about animals with disabilities?
They have such a quality of life. no matter their difference. I know so many animals who were rescued, who had a disability, ended up saving someone's life. There was just a story on the news of a dog who was rescued and ended up saving someone who had seizures. And that's just such an important thing that so many people don't know about. But that's just something that more people should know about because animals deserve the world.
For girls who love animals and want to help too, what's something they can start doing today?
Volunteer at your local animal shelter. Um, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it really is because so many animals need us, especially with how overpopulated many shelters are. So the animals, they always need us. And then just don't give up. I mean, there's there's a lot of bad things in this world, but there's also a lot of good. And finding the good, it makes a big impact. And always be kind to one another, no matter the ability.
Now, for our last question. What makes you a rebel girl?
I'm a rebel girl because I never give up. I strive for what I believe in. I follow my passions. I spread kindness, and everyone deserves to be treated with respect.
Those are very wise words. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners before you go?
I wanted to say, like, it took me a while to find my voice, but once I did find my voice, I used it for good and used it to advocate for those who cannot be heard. And I just wanted to thank everyone who has supported me along the way.
We'll keep cheering you on, Shaina. Thanks for talking with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for watching, Rebels. Catch you next time and stay Rebel.